I'm William Austen, and this is my story. As a child, not having that father figure and a father friend in my life, it forced me at the end of the day to try and find that comfort and that security by other people. And as I say, quickly at the age of 14, 15, I started hanging out with the wrong kind of people who like guns, people who like drugs, people who had lots of pleasure in hurting other people. In primary school already, I was bullied and suffered mistreatment by the hands of bullies. When the bell would go for second break, I'd have to run. Always challenged behind the pavilion, been picked on and forced to fight, and just to defend myself. And a person gets to a place where turning your cheek too many times, there's no reward in it. And being embarrassed too many times, I just felt the only way for me to get by in life was to walk around with knives, learn to fight, learn to use my fists, and be more aggressive than any opponent. Well, still during my high school, I was called up to compulsory 2-year service in the army, and the army was also a nightmare for me. Having a R1 rifle against my shoulder and having an R4 automatic rifle and being allowed freely to use that, being given ammunition and you're allowed to shoot, and that gave me a sense of security, a sense of power, and I really loved the feeling of being invincible, having the power of death in my hand. I was more aggressive, more violent. I started connecting with the gangs in Cape Town, went back to the gangs in Hillbrow, tried every drug, committed a lot of crime, robberies, hurt a lot of people. In 1995-96, the cops were looking for me. My photo was in the newspaper. I knew I was going to go to prison, so I just didn't care anymore. Just got a V8, packed it full of booze and the canned food, had a stolen firearm, and I was going throughout the country, and my intention was to take whatever I wanted, hurt whoever I could. No boundaries, no restrictions, no conscience. I didn't care who I hurt. I crossed the border, the Namibian border, on foot, running from the cops. I was separated from my ex-wife for 3 months, living in Windhoek, and it was taking a toll on her, and everyone was concerned about my well-being. Everyone was concerned that one other time I'm going to have a shootout with the cops. When I got back into South Africa, my biggest concern was obviously Maria and what would become of her. I pleaded with my brother to please take care of her and to look after her and to make sure that no one hurts her, or for that case even ever rapes her. And we sat down as a family and decided it's best give myself over to the police and go to prison. Prison life is probably the hardest place to be. You can ask any person who's gone to jail, any person who's about to go to jail, the emotions that go with it, the psychological damage, the physical damage. Prison is it's a nightmare. It's literally hell on earth. Well, after putting my trust in guns, after putting my trust in drugs, after putting my trust in men, after putting my trust in gangs, at the end of the day, I realized that I needed something much more than my own strength. But I saw in my life that when the bullets fly and the guns go off, that a man ends up like this. So my turning point was I needed something. I needed something far more than the strength and the empty promises of a man. And I fell on my knees and I cried out to the Son of God to intervene and to give me the strength and to help me. And faithful as He is, the Lord set me free from a life of addiction, of fear, of poverty, of loneliness, of aggression, of hatred, and as I always say, of utter madness. And nothing else in this world can bring the solution or the freedom or the turning point for that matter. That is really my message here today. That whether you are a gangster, whether you are a prostitute, whether you are an alcoholic, a chronic gambler. There is a solution, there is an answer. His name is Jesus. Put your trust in him, call out to him, and that will be your turning point in life.
James chapter 1 verse 5 says, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God and he will give it to you. Seek God's wisdom on how to deal with all matters in your life, and you will find things truly work out for your good. Let's go to God now. Father, I pray for my brothers, my sisters, my friends that need your wisdom, need clarity where they are now, need your help to see through the darkness. I pray your light will shine clearly now. Show your love. Shine that light now. We thank you for what you're doing and what you have done. Amen.